Dr. Nana here. It's another wonderful Saturday here in the US. And I just felt to speak to my viewers around the world on how you can truly be an enemy to your own self and ways that you can avoid it. The reason being that some people are actually the enemies of themselves without knowing. You might think that you are doing good to yourself by trying to control everything around you and making sure that things are in place and you're doing it with everything that you have. You are being an enemy to yourself. That's one aspect. Another aspect is you seeing other people doing their own thing and you being envious of them and pursuing them tooth and nails and trying to make sure that they don't move. That's another aspect. The third aspect of it is that being an enemy to yourself is somebody who really believe in what they are doing, even though it's not working, and they will continue to do it. So today I'm going to share a video. I'm going to show you a video. Then you will see, even though in this case, this man was doing something that he felt that was his own right. In many respects, he was being an enemy to himself, in my view. You are going to watch it. I'm not going to be able to play all the clip, but I'll play some clip for you. Then I will tell you thereafter. So hold on.
Up to 1 year. So one day, I went to the shop to check the lines he have in the shop, only to discover that those my lines, I know the lines I bought because they have Port Harcourt line and they have Lagos line. If you have seen it, if you pick it, you will see it written on it. The lines that I bought was Port Harcourt line, but the line that I see hip hop in his shop were all Lagos line. I said, this is not the line that I bought, which simply means you have sold it, and he didn't give me this money. Now that the whole business, the whole price have gone down. He said, no, that is the line, oh, it is the line that I gave him, oh. I said, please, I don't want to have issues with you. We have no single written agreement with you. And as such, I don't like a situation whereby you and I will be dragging over this issue. All I need is the money. He said, I should not worry. He will make sure he will settle me. It continues till the second year. MTN line ran down to 1,500 naira. The money he settled me was not that much. He was giving me peanut. And a day came that I told him openly that I'm going to invite the police, despite the fact that you are my neighbor. But the way you are treating me, I have no option but to call the appropriate authority to be able to settle this issue. Yeah. He said, please, I should not do that. Please, he don't want anything that will get him involved into case with the police. That he have once had police case that he went to prison. That was the first time I got to understand that he have been to prison before. If I had known that he have any issue like that before, I wouldn't have even ventured into such business with him in the first place. So
I think this is from Barakata's show, right? That show is very good in my view, and it tells you exactly what is happening in Nigeria. So the reason why I share this clip with you is that this man, in my view, this issue that happened in 2004. 2004. Can you believe that for a child that was born in 2004 is 20 years old already? Okay, I know many people that were born in 2004. They're already in second year in colleges and university. What happened is that this man borrowed his neighbor, or they did some business about up to 700,000 naira as at that time. Up to date, this man was continuing to pursue that person to pay him back that money. 20 years after 2030 date, yes, 20 years after, he is still pursuing him that was able to have that kind of money as at that time. 20 years after, the man continued to pursue that person to pay him back that money. Just imagine. Even though it was in his own right to do that, but 20 years is too much for you to be fixated on something. Why don't you just let go and allow God to do his work? You that God blessed us at that time, 20 years ago, with 700,000 naira, and you were able to borrow someone, or you did business with someone who was supposed to pay you back and he refused to pay you. For 20 years, you continue to fixate on that matter. They went to police. He traveled from Abuja to Onitsha to Abuja. Spent so many other monies. You can imagine the anger, the bitterness, the pains, the unhappiness that he's had. And for him to be able to be attended to in Berekete shows, according to them, he's been going there since 2019. You heard me. 2019 to 2024. How many years? Like 5 years going to that show before his case was able to be handled. And so on today's episode, I just feel that people who are fixated on something that is someone has done to them, bitterness or something experienced, you have to let go. Please, let go so you can move forward. Imagine the child that this person would have had, this man would have had between that time and now 20 years after. Where is the happiness he gave to that person, the children? For 20 years, where is the happiness with his wife? Because every time he remembers this, he will be bittered and he'll continue to fixate on it. So on today's episode, I share that it's like a food for thought for you to understand that you cannot be bitter and expect to move forward. No. And for you out there who are envious of people, or you are enemies of people, just know that you are wounding yourself. Because if you are pursuing A, and A is doing something that you don't know about, you are only pursuing that A based on what you know. And therefore, you are leaving your own self behind, not moving forward. So on today's episode, I just want to alert those evildoers out there that you're not doing anyone, you're doing yourself. And if you are someone has hurt in the past, please let it be. Just allow that person to move. Let that matter go. Bring it to God. And God, in his own self, is not an unjust God. He will come and he will do justice at his own time.